Right now on Jamaica News Page tonight, the Prime Minister fights back.
And it is one thing that you will see about me. Me not afraid of nobody. All who want talk, make me one. Me we go with you toe to toe.
A fiery Andrew Holness vows to go to war against the false and misleading information surrounding the government's response to Hurricane Melissa. Tonight, we have new details as the Prime Minister changes his course on storm relief. And developing news in St. Catherine, a barbershop attack, the owner shot and killed, an 81-year-old man wounded, investigators racing to find a motive. Plus, terror inside a Kingston business, 2 Indian merchants shot by a disgruntled former employee. We have new updates on their condition as police launch a manhunt for the suspect. And a frightening fall on stage overseas. Jamaican artist Christopher Martin rushed to hospital after plunging through part of the stage during a performance in Sierra Leone. We want to welcome you to Jamaica News Page tonight, news powered by viewers like you. We invite you to subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed on what's happening across Jamaica. Thank you for subscribing. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. We begin tonight with Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who is signaling that he is prepared to go to war against false and misleading information, particularly claims surrounding the government's response to Hurricane Melissa. Speaking at the official opening of the newly constructed Little London Police Station in Westmoreland, the Prime Minister delivered a fiery defense of his administration.
And it is one thing that you will see about me. Me not afraid of nobody. All who want talk, make me one. Me we go with you toe to toe. Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to it. And as you would have seen with the government, man come out with foolishness, we respond, not go so. Yeah. So make them, and as many memes as they can make, I can make it too. So it's going to be war. Because we cannot allow the people who peddle nonsense, the people who tell lies, we cannot allow them to win. So we will have it out. As I have said, it is not just managing the disaster. It is managing the false information. And we have to go to war with that. Too much false information, distracting the people, when we need to have a positive mindset for recovery. So I urge everyone here today, let us have a positive mindset for recovery. For all the people who are vested in creating lies and rumors, I urge you to think as well about your country and what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with being critical, but there is everything wrong in being untruthful. Everything wrong in being untruthful.
The government has come under heavy criticism, particularly from the opposition People's National Party, PNP, and residents in Western Jamaica, who argue that 1 month after Hurricane Melissa, many affected families are still waiting for help and claim the recovery efforts are slow, inadequate, and politically influenced.
They have done more than the government. And I'm ashamed to say that I represent a constituency in Westmoreland that we're a part of the government, we're a part of the country. And at the same time, private sector, private individuals, charitable organizations have done more than the government of the land. 1 month, it's almost a month, I think today is a month that we went through the hurricane. 4 weeks from now, it is Christmas. I have over 1,000 homes that have been lost, gone, and probably around 5,000 to 6,000 other citizens that the Hurricane Melissa have affected. And I ask myself the question every day as a member of parliament, and I know my colleagues do also, when we get up in the morning. How you going to help all of these 6 to 7, 10,000 Jamaicans that have been affected? And in terms of the assessment that is going on, I called last week, I spoke to an individual, I spoke to the manager, and I asked a question. I said, are there any assessment that is taking place in Western Westmoreland? And the answer is yes, they went to 2 areas. And I said, tell me the 2 areas that you went to. And he listed the 2 areas. And those 2 areas were not the 2 areas that were basically the areas that were damaged beyond recognition. And I see where the assessment now that is taking place in communities that basically supported the Jamaica Labour Party. All I'm saying is we can't do things so ad hoc. We are all in this together, both PNP, JLP, NOMP. We are in this together as a country.
The Prime Minister also announced that the government will soon transition from distributing relief packages to issuing vouchers, a move he says will improve accountability and efficiency.
You know, I don't like my country to be shown as people running to get food, running to get fighting over a package and those kind. I don't like that. And it creates a kind of mentality that is not Jamaican. We are independent people at heart. You know, we are independent. We're not supposed to be doing handout. Now, yes, we are in a place where we need to do relief, but we must never give up our dignity. So if you have to give, you don't have to, make it, just give that quietly, man. Give that quietly. Help the people who are in distress preserve their dignity. And the people who are in distress, remember your dignity. So, which is why I announced a week ago that we are going to transition from giving out of packages, because it's becoming highly political. Who never get, and if you go to a man's place and then him say, oh, you never call me to go give package with you, and you only give to that. Look, the amount of, the funny thing is this, the amount of JLP people who call me to say, PNP MPs get package and don't come to them. And I said, look, I don't want a political issue. Don't bother make no noise over that. Don't make no noise over that. Right? It is disgusting that persons would want to make political issues over the distribution of aid. We have to bring an end to it then. Because some people can't help themselves. They can't resist it. And so we are going to shift from the distribution of food packages to giving persons coupons or cards that they can go and buy the stuff that they need.
The news never stops, and neither do we. Here's what's ahead on Jamaica News Page tonight. Developing news in St. Catherine, a barbershop attack. The owner shot and killed, an 81-year-old man wounded. Investigators racing to find a motive. Plus, terror inside a Kingston business. 2 Indian merchants shot by a disgruntled former employee. We have new updates on their condition as police launch a manhunt for the suspect. And a frightening fall on stage overseas. Jamaican artist Christopher Martin rushed to hospital after plunging through part of the stage during a performance in Sierra Leone. Jamaica News Page tonight, news powered by viewers like you. We invite you to subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed on what's happening across Jamaica. Thank you for subscribing. New tonight, a man is dead and another injured following a shooting at a barbershop in Commodore St. Catherine on Saturday night. The deceased has been identified as 51-year-old Andrew Richards, otherwise called a killer, the operator of the shop. The second victim is an 81-year-old man from a Linstead address. Reports are that around 10:15 p.m., Richards was at his establishment when the shop was invaded by unknown assailants who opened fire, hitting both men. They were rushed to the Linstead hospital where Richards was pronounced dead. The elderly man was admitted for treatment. A motive for the attack has not yet been established. The Linstead Criminal Investigation Branch is leading the probe. And in Kingston, two Indian merchants were shot and injured in their business place on Orange Street earlier today, reportedly by a disgruntled former employee. Both men were taken to hospital, one in serious condition, while the Kingston Central Police launched a manhunt for the alleged shooter. Reports indicate the employee had previously been caught stealing and was dismissed. He allegedly returned demanding money, and when his request was denied, he left and came back armed with a gun. He reportedly shot both men, one in the arm and the other in the chest and abdomen, before fleeing the scene. Police investigations continue. Developing tonight, a 17-year-old Hanover teen has been arrested and charged in relation to a shooting in Lucy after turning up at a hospital with a gunshot wound. He has been charged with wounding with intent, using a firearm to commit a scheduled offense, and possession of a prohibited weapon. According to police reports, around 9 p.m. on Saturday, August 30, a man was purchasing items at a shop when the teen requested one of the items. After receiving it, the teen allegedly pulled a firearm and opened fire, hitting the man in the neck and left thigh. The injured man managed to escape and was assisted to hospital in serious but stable condition. A police report was filed and an investigation launched. On November 23, the teen was arrested after seeking treatment for a gunshot wound at a hospital. He was formally charged on November 27 following witness statements implicating him. His court date is still being finalized. A 64-year-old St. Mary farmer has been charged for allegedly sexually assaulting a child on multiple occasions between 2023 and 2025. The accused, Dwayne Gilfuss of Goshen District in Lucky Hill, has been charged with 2 counts of rape and 3 counts of sexual touching of a child. Police reports indicate that between 2023 and 2024, the child and a relative visited Gilfuss's home where he allegedly touched her inappropriately. It is further alleged that between 2024 and 2025, during 2 separate visits, he sexually assaulted her again. A report was filed and an investigation began. Gilfuss was later held and charged by the St. Mary's Sissoko on November 26 after being positively identified in an identification parade. A court date is being finalized. That's Jamaican artist Christopher Martin falling through the stage doing a performance at the Radisson Blu in Freetown, Sierra Leone. He was taken to the emergency room and organizers report that he's doing much better tonight. So some good news there. And that's the news on Jamaica News Page tonight. Thank you for choosing us. We'll see you in the comments and be sure to join us again for more news. Good night.